Let's start off by saying that this video is essentially 3 videos in one. The first is a transmission filter change. The second would be if you want to change your stock sensors inside your transmission, and the third would be if you want to upgrade it to the recommended GM version. So the further you watch it, the more you're going to get. I'm going to link everything down in the description where you can buy everything on Amazon to make it easy for you guys. So check out those links, including the correct transmission fluid. Making it rain. Thanks for that burp. I'm putting that in the video. Trying to do this highly cinematic shot and you're burping in it. Okay, the pan's off. Here's the governor pressure solenoid that we got to take off, and some of the other stuff. Here's a transmission filter. We're going to pull that off because we're replacing the filter while we have the whole thing off. I've been using Audible for over probably 2 years now, and they have every single book that I've ever looked up, usually several different versions of it. It's not very expensive. It's about $15 a month, and if you click the link in the description, I get a little kickback, so I can appreciate that. So please, if you ever considered using Audible, consider using the link in the description. Thanks. Got it. I'm kind of doing this first time, but I believe that this and this are the other sensors that we're replacing, and I don't even know the name. But while you're getting this governor pressure solenoid and this whole plate and everything, pull these and replace these, because why not? You already got the thing apart. It's not that hard, and it's only like $100 more in parts. These aren't bolts, by the way. It's held on with these Torx screws, these T25 Torx screws. I sat there for like 2 minutes trying to find the right stupid bolt for this, but or the right socket. It's not a bolt though. So that's the old, that's the new governor pressure solenoid, the upgraded GM governor pressure solenoid. With this part that slides in here, it has a little Allen wrench that holds this bracket. So pull the Allen wrench, slide that in. There's this clip that goes in this groove here after you slide it in. Make sure this clip gets installed in there. And then this little wiring harness just converts the plug from here to the factory plug there. And otherwise, you kind of bypass this whole thing. You don't need this bracket because it's kind of cast in with this whole unit. So don't worry about this. This is all extra parts at this point. If you were just replacing the governor pressure solenoid, you would do this. You'd pull this bracket off, and it kind of pries off because you got these O-rings on it. And then you replace it with this, and then put it all back together. But we're doing this upgrade, so that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm putting the bolts in here to line up the gasket as I push it up into where it goes right there. Okay, we put in these Torx screws, these T25 Torx screws, and just snugged them up because there's a rubber gasket on there, so it just needs to be somewhat snug. So now we got everything up. We're ready to put the pan back on. We got to make sure that we don't pinch any of these wires. Make sure you pull this magnet out. You can see all these metal shavings on here. You don't want these floating around the transmission. So when you have this thing off, pull it out and wipe all this stuff off before you put it back. So we got some of these bolts in just finger tight. You can see there's a lot of slop in the gasket. So we just want to go and put all of them in, just barely get it on.
For you, because you're incapable.
This is ATF plus 4 specifically for this truck. Gurgle, gurgle. I think you're supposed to shift through the gears. See what it's doing. You can tell it went into reverse and then neutral. You can tell it's going into drive. And I think that kind of cycles it all through all the different, orifices and channels and stuff in the whole transmission. So that seems like it's good. So we'll check the level now with the truck running and in park. Not enough. We'll add some more.
Or do you want me to wipe it off and do
I think we're all right. As it turns out, and you might be excited to hear, that didn't fix the f***ing problem. But that might save you some time in the future, so yeah, at least now you know how to change it, even if it doesn't fix what you're looking for.